Welcome to Current River Broadcasting for another night of Doniphan High School basketball. Tonight we got the Donettes in action against the Greenville Lady Bears in an Ozark Foothills Conference matchup. This is Keith Bowman. Dalton Pennington will be alongside here. He's making his way up right now, so he'll be here in just a minute, but we'll have the play-by-play coming up. We're about 7.5 minutes away from our starting lineups, also the national anthem. We only have one game for you tonight. Greenville only has, I believe, 8 girls is all they have, so they don't have a JV team. So anyway, we'll just have the varsity game for you, so we'll have a short night tonight. And coming into the game tonight, Greenville has a record of 4 wins, 10 losses, and they are averaging 45.4 points a game, and they're giving up 53.1 points a game. Donettes come in 12-1, fresh off that win up at East Carter the other night. And they are averaging 56.7 and giving up 41 a game. Now the history between these two teams back to as far to as 2009. The Donettes hold an 18-7 lead in the series against Greenville. Like I said, dating back to 2009, and the Donettes have won the last 7 against the Greenville Lady Bears. And Dalton has joined me here with his couple of cheeseburgers. And when I was out there, they didn't have any, and I wanted one.
Well, there you go, Keith.
Well, no, that's all right.
There'll be more.
All right, let's look at the Donettes stats for the team stats. They're shooting 42.5% from the field, and they've dipped under 30% from the three-point line at 29.1. Now, the free throws I still think before the season's over might be a concern for the Donettes, especially in a close game. They dipped under 50% from the line at 49.4, and they were only 6 of 20 the other night against East Carter, and they still won that game by 10 points. So that could have been a much easier win for them if they would have made the free throws. Now they are averaging 35.5 rebounds a game, which is pretty good, but the thing that stuns me here is they're averaging 19.8 defensive rebounds, and they're averaging 15.7 offensive rebounds. So that means they're getting a lot of second and third shots, which will contribute to your offense for sure. Now, individually, Kenzie Reedus is leading the team in scoring at 16.7 points a game. She's shooting almost 58% from the field, and she's getting 8.8 rebounds a game. The only other one averaging in double figures is McKenna Monahan at 11.2. Brooke Klepsig is just outside 10 points at 9.7, and she's shooting 34% from the three-point line. She is their most consistent, I think, three-point shooter. Grayson Kirby is pretty good out there as well, but she doesn't normally take as many as Brooke does. And our next leading scorer is Grayson Kirby with 8.6. She's shooting 71% from the free throw line, and that leads the team. And also, Delila Watson's averaging 3.9. Sarah Owens averaging 3.6, but she's also averaging 6 rebounds a game. So even though she's not scoring that much, she's definitely contributing to the team. And as I said, the Greenville Bears come in at 4-10. The Donettes 12-1. The Donettes still, let's see, they beat Naylor and East Carter, so I guess they're 2-0 in the OFC right now. I believe that's the only 2 they played. They haven't played Twin Rivers in the regular season, haven't played Neelyville, which is that one next week, folks. Next Thursday coming up against Neelyville. That one there will probably be for the top seed in the OFC since the Donettes have already beaten East Carter. I lost my train of thought, Dalton. You got something to say there?
Well, yeah, like you said, you've got Neelyville coming up. That's one of our big games next week. We've got 2 games next week. We've got a boys game on Tuesday night and the girls game on we've got the girls game Thursday night, and the boys game is going to be Friday, which is the homecoming game. I haven't talked to Matt about how we're doing that. I'm assuming that's going to be held between the JV and varsity, just like normal. If that changes, we'll let you guys know. But make sure you guys tune in if you can't be with us here Friday. Next Friday, we do have homecoming festivities kicking off next week. And I believe that's our only 2 home games we have next week, right?
I did my schedule. Do they have either one of them have a game before that next week, away games?
For away games, the boys, let's see, 1, They've got Naylor Friday night, and then they've got the boys are off all week. It looks like they play the next game after this Naylor game on Friday night is 1:20, and that's going to be the East Prairie game that's at home. And for the girls, they have tonight they have Greenville, and then like you said, next week they have the Thursday game at home, which is that 1:19 game against Neelyville. So no, they after Friday night they're off until Thursday and Friday again. So,
kind of odd in the middle of January to have only one game in a week, isn't it? Especially, most of the time there's 2 for each team usually. It is kind of odd that worked out that way, but that game, like I said, the Neelyville girls game against the Donettes, that's going to be a big one. And East Prairie coming in here, they've got an awfully good ball team. I watched them play. I didn't go over to Bloomfield, but I watched them play about 3 games over there, and I tell you what, they made a really good showing. So that'll be a tough one for the Dons, and hopefully the Dons will get back on track Friday night against Naylor after that really subpar performance against
Crothersville
the other night. I mean, you got to give Crothersville some credit because they were getting after it, but the Dons just did not play very well. They couldn't put the ball in the basket, and hopefully they'll get back on track tomorrow night down at Naylor.
Right, like you said, that East Prairie team coming in, they're going to be 9-4 coming in next week to play the Dons. Like you said, they played well over Bloomfield, went 3-1, had wins over Puxco, South Pim, and Bernie, but they did lose to Dexter, who went on to end up winning it. So pretty good performance for East Prairie over there at the Bloomfield Christmas tournament as well. So couple tough games next week.
Yeah, they both ought to be good ones. I think they'll be good, close games. So we're getting set for the national anthem here as both teams are headed to the benches, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be back right after that to give you the starters for the Greenville Lady Bears and the Doniphan Donettes.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
Welcome back, everybody. The starters for the Greenville Lady Bears are coached by Chris Hahn. Will be number 2, senior Maddie Looney. And number 4, Brianna Despain, a junior. A sophomore, number 10, Jenna Marler. Number 11, Ashlyn West, a junior. And number 21, Ariel West, a freshman. That's the 5 starters: Maddie Looney, Brianna Despain, Jenna Marler, Ashlyn West, and Ariel West. And there's a Journey West on there, too. 3 of their 8 players' last names is West. Now the starters for the Donettes. Grayson Kirby, number 1, a senior. Number 2, McKenna Monahan, also a senior. Number 23, Sarah Owen, a sophomore. Number 32, Kenzie Reedus, a junior. And number 51, Brooke Klepzig, a senior, rounds out the starting 5 for the Donettes. The Lady Bears will be in in black uniforms with red numbers and white trim. They will be going right to left in the first half. The Donettes from left to right in their home whites with gold numbers. Dalton, I've been meaning to ask you, I've seen that building going up over at the baseball field. Is that going to be done by baseball season?
We think so. We got started on it, our old concession stand locker room. They tore it down right in the beginning of fall season. And the Trade Center, the Current River Career Center, has been putting our new building up, and they think we're going to be ready by spring, but I guess we'll see.
Donettes control the tip. Monahan's going to take it in on the left side. She lays it up, missed it. Mackenzie Reedus gets the rebound and a foul right away. And the Donettes crash the offensive boards. And here we get to go to the free throw line right off the bat. And Kinsey is, I don't know what her percentage is, but she has really struggled from the free throw line. That foul was on Brianna Despain, number 4, and she misses the first one. Dalton, can you take over for just a second? I got a phone call. I
sure can. I sure can. Reedus' next free throw's up, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Greenville. Donettes try to trap over in the corner, and going to be knocked out of bounds there. Going to be Donettes basketball. Kirby's going to inbound it into Monahan. Monahan takes the top, swings left side over to Kirby. Klepsic pulls up from the corner, and it's good. Puts the Donettes up 3-0. Greenville inbounds, passes it over to the left side at the top of the key, tries to swing it into the corner, has to come back up top. Guarded closely by Monahan. Over to the left side, back up to the top of the key, drives into lane, dribbles it off her knee. They're going to say the Donettes must have got a hand on it, and it's going to be Greenville basketball. Greenville going to inbound under their own basket here. Looking for the play to develop. She better hurry. And she's going to get whistled for the 5-second call. Couldn't get it in quick enough. Going to be Donettes basketball.
Okay, all right.
Monahan's going to inbound here. Greenville coming out, bringing the full court pressure. Get the 2-2-1 trap. The Donettes are going to break it easy. Klepsic brings it up the left side. She tries to pass it down low to Kirby. Kirby on the block's going to back it out. Kirby takes it to the baseline, down low to Reedus. Reedus spins, pivots, goes up, no good. Rebounded by Owen. And that ball's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to be with the Donettes.
Thank you, Dalton.
No problem.
It'll be Grayson Kirby set the inbound for the Donettes underneath the right side of their basket. Reedus gets it, catches, lays it up, missed it again. And the rebound comes down to Ashlyn West for Greenville. Gives it to Maddie Looney. Looney hands it back to West. In the lane to the other West, Ariel West, and it's taken away from her by Grayson Kirby. Throw up the floor. Donettes got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Klepsic dribbles to the baseline. Now Greenville gets back, and now she is going to be pushed and fouled. And that one's on number 10, Jenna Marler. That's a second team foul. Donettes lead 3-0 on that three-pointer by Brooke Klepsic from the corner. That's her favorite spot.
Either side.
Yeah, either side. And there's another one from the other side. That one's short. And a rebound underneath by Sarah Owen. Her shot blocked underneath. Now Reedus goes up and her shot blocked. Greenville comes out with it. Greenville's got the two West girls are tall. They're about around 6 foot. So now the ball knocked away again by the Donettes, and we're going to have a tie ball. And this one will go to. Didn't the Donettes get the opening tip, or did we have a tie ball while I was?
We had. I think that's what that was over in the corner. When I took over for you, I looked down, and as soon as I looked back up again.
Yeah, they're switching it now. I thought the Donettes got it, and I didn't think
well,
they did.
I don't know what the call was. When I first took over, there was something that happened over there that went from Greenville to Doniphan. So I thought maybe that was the jump ball. Like I said, he kind of threw me for a loop.
Evidently, they must have called a travel or something because
right.
they give the ball to Greenville there. Looney with a step-back jumper, and no good, and an offensive rebound. Nobody blocked out. Number 10, Jenna Marler, and she's going to get a couple of free throws. You know, Dalton, it's awful hard when a guard comes flying in there to get a rebound for that person to put a body on him. But when that shot goes up, no matter where you're at on the floor, if you're playing man-to-man, all you need to do is block your person out. That's
somebody.
it.
Yeah, find somebody.
And they called that on Brooke Klepsic, so I'm assuming that Brooke was guarding her. Free throw no good. Second one on the way, and this one rims out. Monahan with the rebound for the Donettes. Greenville trying to apply some pressure even on the miss. Sarah Holland gets it back to Monahan. Monahan dribbles down, cuts into the center. She's going to put it up, short arms it, gets it back, puts it up, no good. And the ball batted around, and Greenville comes out with it. We're going to have another tie ball as Rita's got her hands in there with the Spain. And this tie ball will go to the Donettes. A little bit of a slow start, 3-0 with 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Kirby's got to get it in. Finally throws it in the corner. Klepsik, she's going to drive to the basket, stops, shoots, and scores. I like it when they use that backboard. You don't see many of them do that anymore. Greenville quickly to the other end. The ball's loose again. Monahan got Kenzie Reedus on her right. Lobs it over, and the ball knocked away. She should have went ahead and shot that one. Good defense there by Greenville to get back. Despain into the front court. Just throws it up in the air, and it goes to West, and she throws it underneath the other West, and she can't handle the pass, and Grayson Kirby comes up with it for the Donettes. Dribbles down, across the floor to Monahan, goes up and under with it, and scores. 7-0. Greenville throws it up the floor, wide open. Three-pointer up off the glass and in.
That's off the top
Jenna
corner.
Marler. I mean, that ball almost hit the ceiling.
Yeah, it did.
And she had a man wide open underneath the basket. Back the other way, Monahan takes it all the way. No good. And West with the rebound. That's Ashlyn West. Gives the ball to Maddie Looney. Looney left wing to Despain. Lobs it out in the middle of the floor. And Maddie Looney was the first one to it. She's guarded by Monahan. Goes baseline. That's Ariel West. Back out to Looney. Now head of the key to Ashlyn West. Back on the baseline. Ariel West. Now she's double teamed. Gets it back on the left wing to Looney. Looney throws it underneath. Man open and a shot blocked by Kenzie Reedus. Monahan lobs it up the floor. Reedus catches and lays it in. Who was the first one down the floor, Dalton?
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. You don't see it very often. You get a block on one end, and you're the one that beats everybody else down the court for the easy layup.
And Greenville shoots at the other end. Ball was partially blocked. Donette's got to run out again. And this time, Monahan's going to shoot it herself, and she lays it in. And it's 11-3 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Looney right up the center of the floor. Gives it left wing to West. Over near the corner to Marler. Now they lose it again. A lot of Butterfingers out there. Here comes Monahan. Goes down, stops, shoots, and scores. And finally, Coach Chris Hahn calls a timeout after the Donettes have built a 13-3 lead here in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back after this message.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
After a quick timeout by Greenville, they will have the ball against the Donettes full court pressure. The Donettes have brought in 5 new players. Taylor Davis, Bailey Honeycutt, Delila Watson, Peyton Lowry, and Maddie Reedus. And they're not really sure who everybody's guarding, I don't think. I think they were a little confused. They didn't have a whole lot of time. Greenville's brought in some new players as well. Number 5, Alexis Widmer-Roberts. And the Donettes throw it away, and there's a travel on West. Also in the game, Journey West, number 33. And number 50 is Presley Walk. And Looney's still out there. And Ashlyn West. Ariel West. No, Ashlyn West. We're going to have 2 West out there the whole time. Sometimes we'll probably have all 3 of them out there. I remember a few years ago when those Luna boys were playing at Dora. They had 4 of them on the floor at the same time, and then the coach's name was Luna. It was their dad. I did a game. That was tough. Lowry in the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Bailey Honeycutt's going to fire 3. It's no good. The ball tipped around, loose on the floor, and Bailey Honeycutt's going to come away with it. Back out front to Lowry. Greenville's thought they were playing man-to-man. Honeycutt's going to try it from the other side, and this one rims in and out. And Maddie Rita's trying to run it down in the corner, can't quite get there, and it goes out of bounds. I couldn't even tell if they were playing man-to-man or zone on that trip.
Well, speaking of the Lunas, they're probably some of the only select few to win a state title in 2 different states.
Yeah.
Won the one indoor and then went to, was it Vienna? Is that where they were?
I think that's where it was, yeah.
So.
Donettes come up with the turnover again. Greenville has several turnovers already. Honeycutt dribbles to the baseline, backs it out, gives it out to Maddie Reedus. Reedus gets around the defender, and she's going to be tied up. And that's going to be Maddie Looney. And this one will belong to the Donettes. Coach Epps with that 10-point lead has brought in a whole new 5. I thought it was Greenville's ball. They had the arrow pointing that way. Greenville almost throws it away. Walk with the basketball. Dribbles it across the half line. Now she picks it up. Gets it over to Maddie Looney. Looney dribbles to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Journey West. Now back between the circles to Looney. And Bailey Honeycutt's going to get a steal. She gets across half line, stops. And they're going to say she picked up that pivot foot.
Yeah, she needed to go about 2 more steps forward. She put herself too close to the half-court line there and then didn't have anywhere to go. So.
And the Donettes bring the starting 5 back in. With 2:01 to go, it's 13-3 Donettes. Reminder, we've only got the 1 varsity game for you tonight. Ball comes inbounds to Walk. Picks up her dribble. Gives it over to Journey West. Cut off by Brooke Klepsik. Now a 3-pointer put up by Walk, no good. And a rebound to Monahan. Monahan got her head up, throws it over to the other side. Brooke stepped behind the 3-point line and bang!
She might be the only one on the team that gets to step back 2 steps and pull up for 3 instead of taking the jumper for 2. She might be the only one.
The rest of them might get in trouble.
That's right.
Another 3-pointer put up. This one's by number 5, Alexis Widmer-Roberts. Makes it 16-6. And a pass deflected out of bounds by West. It'll be Donette's ball right at the end of the Greenville bench. We have Brianna Despain checking back in, replacing Journey West. I'm thinking that number 33 is not the sister of the other 2 West girls because she's really short. The other 2 are really tall.
Yeah.
Klepsik misses the 3-pointer. And to get the ball inside. Oh, nice unselfish play by Kenzie Reedus. She drops it off to Sarah Owen for 2. But that was a perfect pass from Kenna Monahan away from the defender down towards the baseline to get the Donettes up 18-6. We're under a minute to go now in the first quarter. West throws it over on the right side. They lob it down low. Looney across the lane. Spain puts it up. Won't go. That's a good pass. Shot won't go. Now the Donettes have got a 3-on-2 again. Monahan going to take it down. Drops it off to Kirby. Kirby puts it up and in. So I think that has got all 5 starters in the scoring column now for the Donettes. Monahan knocks it away, but Looney's able to run it down. She's double teamed. They get it to West, head of the key. Left sided to Spain. They bring it back out front. Tried to get it in the Walk. She almost lost it. Lob down low. Ball knocked away. Despain gets it back, and she's going to be fouled. Well, let's see if they call that on Kirby or what they're going to call it on Klepsik, and she has got both team fouls, or both fouls that the Donettes have. With 15.1 to go in the first quarter, Greenville will be shooting their 3rd and 4th free throws. They are 0 of 2 so far, and Despain changes that. As we got Marler and Ariel West checking back in for Greenville. Spain's second one is up. Man, it's good. It's her first 2 points. Donette's got a chance to take the last shot here. Greenville applying a little full court pressure. Donette's haven't had any trouble breaking it. Down to Klepsik. She gets a screen, is going to take it up and lay it up, miss it. Kirby got the rebound with 2.3 to go and put it up, and we're going to have a foul. Shot didn't go, and that one's going to be on Presley Walk, her first, third team foul, but Kirby will be shooting 2. Her first one was up and good. I believe I said in the pregame that she's the leading free throw shooter, I think. It's 71%, I believe, on the Donettes team.
Well, I can get that for you right here.
And I jinxed her. She missed one, but Sarah Owen got the rebound. You got to go up, Sarah. She tried to turn around and shoot it instead of going straight back up. But that'll be the end of the first quarter, and the Donettes have a 13-point lead, 21-8, over the Greenville Lady Bears. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Donettes basketball.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Keith Bowman, Dalton Pennington alongside here at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium, and we played one quarter of this Ozark Foothills Conference game between the Donettes and the Greenville Lady Bears, and it is 21-8 Donettes. We start the second quarter, and the second five comes back in. Maddie Reedus, Taylor Davis, Delila Watson, Bailey Honeycutt, and Peyton Lowry. Donettes with the basketball. Maddie Reedus dribbles to the right wing, down low to Watson. Watson, and we're going to have a 3-second call, I believe, on Taylor Davis. I think they called that on Davis. Full court man-to-man pressure by the Donettes. They have Looney, Despain, Marler, Ariel, and Ashlyn West out there. West dribbles to the free throw line, hands it to Looney. Now she dribbles to the right side, back into the paint, out front to West. Baseline to Ariel West. Back out front to Ashlyn West. Now Ariel West is going to shoot a three. No good, and Peyton Lowry with the rebound. She heads up the floor. Stops and is knocked away from behind. She didn't stop quite quick enough. Despain knocked it away. And Greenville's going to throw it out of bounds. About the time Looney went to pass it to Despain, she took off towards the baseline. Maddie Reed is still trying to get her feet under and her timing back. She has only played a couple of games so far. And when she gets back in shape, good pass to Bailey Honeycutt, and she is fouled. That one will be on Ashlyn West. And Bailey Honeycutt will shoot two. Donette's only 1 of 4 from the free throw line so far. Honeycutt's shot good. As Ava Monahan comes in for the Donettes. And she replaces Taylor Davis. And Honeycutt gets both free throws. That gets the Donettes back to their season average of 50%. Greenville gets it into the front court quickly. And Despain's going to try a three. Boy, she brings rain with that three-pointer. That ball almost hit the roof as well. Monahan into the front court. That's Ava Monahan. In the corner, Honeycutt open for three. That looks good, and it is. Nothing but net for Bailey Honeycutt for a three-pointer. And it's 26-8. And the ball knocked away. by Maddie Reedus, and Ava Monahan got it. Now it's knocked away from her, and she dives on the floor, ties up with Jenna Marler, and it's going to be Greenville's basketball. And they're going to bring Alexis Widmer-Roberts back in the game. He's going to replace Marler. Inbounds comes to West, gives it back to Looney. 6 minutes left in the first half. Donettes lead 26-8. Trying to go 3-0 in the OFC. And a drive to the basket. A good drive there, but Looney couldn't finish it. Lob up the floor. Honeycutt goes in on the left side, lays it up, and it's good. And Bailey Honeycutt's got 7 points in a row for the Donettes. And it's 28-8. She's got all 7 points this quarter. And Maddie Reedus knocks it away from Looney, and it goes out of bounds. Caught there by Coach Adam Epps. And I don't think I mentioned this, but Coach Epps is going for his 100th win as a Donettes coach tonight. And a steal by Dalila Watson, and West swats it out of there. Throws it up the floor. And Widmer-Roberts probably should have kept going. Looney drops it off, and it's going to be taken away again, this time by Ava Monahan. And she's going to be fouled by Looney in the back court. That's Looney's first. That's going to be the 5th team foul on Greenville. Ariel West checks out. And Presley Walk back in the ballgame. Presley Walk is Coach Nathan Walk's daughter.
Yeah, I see him sitting over there.
They go to church with us.
I figured there was some relation when I walked in. I said hi to him when I came in.
His wife, Jeanette, her mom has been going to church where we go ever since we started there.
Yeah.
And the starters come back in. Reedus, that's Kenzie Reedus, Sarah Owen, Grayson Kirby, Brooke Klepsick, and Ava Monahan with 4:56 left. Lobbed in, Reedus is wide open. Her shot's a little too hard. She goes and gets her own rebound, throws it out to Monahan. She makes a move into the paint, lays it up and in. 8 points for McKenna Monahan. Walk gives the ball up to Looney. She gets it across the half line. Now she's double teamed. Ball knocked away by Kirby, and they fight for it. And Despain comes in from the side and gets it. Now she goes back down. They got a 3-on-2. Out to Widmer-Roberts, and her three-pointer is no good. And Sarah Owen gets the rebound. Kirby quickly up the right side. And the ball knocked out of her hand. Oh. The coach pointed that away, but I don't. I think that was a bad call. And we got another timeout by Greenville with 4:18 to go in the first half. It is 30-8 in favor of the Donettes. And it's another full timeout, so we'll take another 1-minute break and be back on Current River Broadcasting.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Donettes lead 30-8 over the Greenville Lady Bears. And Coach Hahn has already used a couple of timeouts here in the first half. Try to slow down the Donettes. It hadn't worked very well, but Donettes have forced a lot of turnovers here in the first half.
I tried to work it in earlier, but it got to going so quick. It's crazy that this is the first time this year that we've really seen him be able to do his full line changes with everybody finally coming back and being healthy.
Yeah.
He's actually getting to run 5 in and 5 out and 5 in and 5 out, and we haven't seen that all year.
Sarah Owen gets the steal. She gives it to Brooke Klepsik. She misses a shot. Mackenzie Reedus is there to get the offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. That one is going to be on Walk. That's her second. Reedus 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She makes this one. If she could just get up to where she can shoot around 60%, I think that would be great. That's her third point. Next one on the way, and it's good. 32-8. Looney has it knocked away and stolen by Kirby. She tried to throw it over, and Kirby got it, went down, and we're going to have another foul on Greenville. And that's going to be the third one on Presley Walk. She's bound and determined not to let her make that layup, and she did it, but at the expense of picking up her third foul. And it don't look like Coach Hahn's made any move to bring her out of the game either. That's the 7th team foul, so the last 3:53, the Donettes will be shooting a bonus. Grayson Kirby picks up her 4th point. And that one's good as well. Donettes are 7 out of 10 from the line so far. Looney this time gets it to Despain, dribbles to the baseline underneath the basket. Nice move. She got it up over the big girl. And Despain not all that big, but she did a good job there. And a long pass, a little bit too far for Reedus. And it goes out of bounds. Walk's going to check out now, and Ariel West will check back in. Donettes in a 1-2-2. Full court press. West will get it up to Ariel West. It's Despain cutting to the basket, missed the shot. Sarah Owen with another rebound. Kirby up the floor, down low. Reedus running the floor, scores again. Greenville's doing okay breaking the press, but then they turn it over when they get into the front court. There's a three-pointer put up. It's an air ball by Looney. And we got Maddie Reedus and Delila Watson coming in. McKenna Monahan, Kenzie Reedus will check out. Now Greenville's going to set up in a 2-2-1, and they have all of the players at half line or in front of the half line, but you don't see that very often. Oh, lazy pass there, but Maddie Reedus is able to get it back. Hits Kirby underneath the basket, and she lays it in. Maddie Reedus sees the floor really, really well. And the ball knocked away again, and we're going to have another tie ball. This one will go to the Donettes. And we're going to have Journey West coming back in. But even though Maddie's been out all that time, she's still, because she sees the floor,
right.
That's just one of her natural instincts, I think. She kind of picked the ball up in a bad spot there, but it worked out all right. They get it low to Delila Watson. Might have been a foul, no call there, but like I said, we're not going to gripe because they got a big lead. So Widmer Roberts has it knocked out of her hands, and they're going to say it went off her leg out of bounds. And Coach Hahn telling her to shoot the basketball. And Jenna Marler back in for Greenville. And she replaces Widmer Roberts. I want to just say Roberts, but her last name is Widmer-Roberts, so I guess it doesn't make any difference. Kirby drives to the elbow. It's going to shoot a jumper, and it's good. That's 9 points already for Grayson Kirby here in the first half, and the Donettes have a 30-point lead as Looney's going to get it across the half line, and she stops his double team, gets it to Marler, and we're going to have a reach-in foul from behind. And that's going to be the third one on Brooke Klepsik. Go quickly up off the bench, Bailey Honeycutt. It'll be Greenville's ball. That's only the third team foul, and Brooke Klepsik has all 3 fouls. Wow. Minute 50 left in the first half. And Looney Tries to get it inside, and it's off West's hands, out of bounds. Looked like she almost come up off the floor there when she went up. Greenville still applying the full court pressure. Honeycutt will get it into the front court. Gives it over to Kirby. She's going to stop and shoot a three. No good. Dalila Watson with the offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Kirby. In the corner to Honeycutt. Three-pointer. It's good. Bailey Honeycutt leading the Donettes with 10 points here in the first half. And I think, did they put that point up there? They didn't, did they? 43-10 is our score. And I thought they called timeout. They stopped the play there for a minute, but they didn't go to the benches. So we'll keep playing here with 1:30 left in the first half. West gives it to Journey West. All three Wests are in there right now. I'm just going to say West, folks, and then if they score, I'll tell you which one done it. West lobs it in the lane, picked off by Dalila Watson. Reedus has it knocked away, and we're going to have a foul coming in from behind. That was going to be on Journey West. And that will give Maddie Reedus 1-on-1. Free throw is no good. Sarah Owen with the offensive rebound, and she scores. They're really killing Greenville on the boards, even though Greenville has some big girls. West at the free throw line. Throws it out in the corner. Marler back to Looney. She finally gets an open look, but it's no good. And Dalila Watson gets the rebound. Gives it to Maddie Reedus. Reedus in there now to Peyton Lowry over on the other side. Honeycutt for another three. This one's no good. Ball tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds. And both of them, the officials, are looking at each other. And they're going to give it to the Donettes. Peyton Lowry to inbound it. And the ball is going to be out of bounds. They said Sarah Owen touched it last, so I think that was another one of those 50-50 ones, and they just called it just like kind of like that last one over there in the corner. So they might have evened out. .25 seconds left in the first half. It's 45-10 Donette. And they leave Journey West open for a three. She almost banked it in. She's going to run down the long rebound. Gives it to West. And she stepped on the out-of-bounds line trying to drive the baseline.
Great job by Sarah there, forcing her down.
It was like we were talking about that here a couple games ago, getting that foot on that out-of-bounds line. And if you're set, they can't do anything but step out of bounds or run over you, one or the other. Donettes with 10 seconds. Reedus gets it across the half line. Over to Lowry, cross court. Honeycutt open again. That one no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Greenville with 0.6 seconds to go. Donettes scored 21 in the first quarter, 24 here in the second. Greenville had 8 in the first, but only got 2 here in the second. And the Donettes have a big halftime lead, 45-10. The scoring for Greenville, Brianna Despain has 4. And then a three-pointer by Alexis Widmer-Roberts and a three-pointer by Jenna Marler. And they are 2 of 4 from the free throw line. For the Donettes, 9 points for Grayson Kirby, 8 for McKenna Monahan, 10 for Bailey Honeycutt, 4 for Sarah Owen, 6 for Kenzie Reedus, and 8 points for Brooke Klepsik. Remember, the Donettes were 7 of 11 from the free throw line here in the first half. And Dalton, I'll unhook my headset here and let you get Coach Cagle up here, and you can go ahead and talk.
Okay. Yeah, Matt, we're going to go ahead and we're going to interview Coach Cagle here at halftime, and we're going to talk to him for a little bit, and then we'll go off the air, and we'll take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back when the girls are out warming up. But as I said, joining me up here in the booth is Coach Cagle. If he can figure out the headset, this goes inward. There you go. All right, Coach, thank you for joining me. This is the first time we've got a chance to talk this year. We hadn't had a ton of home games, and then on top of it, we've had some late nights, and so we haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with you. We got to interview Coach Epps last week. Let's see, what game was it? I think that was the Liberty game. Or no, it was the Twin Rivers game here that I think we got to sit down and talk with Coach Epps for the first time. So you're joining us. Give us a little bit of a rundown on what's happened so far in your season. You are sitting at 11-4 right now and receiving some votes for the top 10 in Class 4. Got a couple votes kind of just sitting right there on the outside. So go ahead and give us a rundown of what's going on so far this season.
Yeah, we're off to a good start so far. We really came on towards the end of that Clarkton Christmas tournament. We played really good in the finals, beat a good Portersville team in the finals to win that tournament. And then we went to West County after that, and they might be the best team we played all year. They were really good, and we went down there and had a chance to win that. I think we lost by 1 point at West County. So that was going into Bloomfield, and Bloomfield's tough. It's you got to win 4 straight in 4 days to win that thing. There's 16 teams. It's a tough tournament. We played really well. We made it to the finals. We played Dexter, who's a district opponent, in the finals of the Bloomfield Christmas tournament, and just came up short. I think we lost by 2 points in the finals of that tournament. Coming out of Christmas break, we beat Liberty and Twin Rivers, and then we kind of had a hiccup our last home game against Crothersville. We didn't play very well at all. I don't know. We didn't come out ready. We wasn't aggressive that game. We were absolutely not ready for that game, and we did not play well. But I have complete confidence that the guys will respond well. They practiced really hard the last 2 days, and we go to Naylor tomorrow night.
Yeah, speaking of that, you're talking about a couple close games. You were right. West County was 49-50. That was a 1-point game, and you did lose to Dexter by 47-49. SEMO Ball is doing, of course, I don't know if you follow it much, they're doing weekly power rankings, and it could be anything. If you play football, baseball, basketball, whatever, they're just going to do the top 8 sports or whatever, and I think they've got you guys at like 6 right now, and he's been calling you guys, I think the phrase is the heart attack kids or something like that. He said because every game you're playing in is a really close game, and matter of fact, moving into Twin Rivers, we had talked, you'd only had 2 games coming into Twin Rivers that was decided by more than single digits, but for the most part you were looking at 1, 2, 3, or 4-point ball games, several in a row, even through Bloomfield.
I tell people all the time that I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack, and they think I'm joking, but I'm serious. I've been stressed out all these close games. But our guys, I got a great group. They keep fighting. They find a way. Usually the fourth quarter is our best quarter. All year long, I feel like we've responded well and played really well in the fourth quarter. We've definitely played better in the second half all year than we have the first half. We're still trying to get better. When we get better, we'll put a full game together, and we'll be able to play 4 quarters. But I like this group. They play hard. They play with high character, and it's a fun group to coach.
Yeah. You mentioned that you guys really turned it on right around Clarkton, West County, Bloomfield, kind of in that area. That's when you guys really started hitting your stride. I didn't get a chance to go over and watch any games at Bloomfield, but I didn't miss a game. I watched all of them on TV at the house, and it was really the first time during the year that I thought that it was kind of a group effort all the way around. You had Ben doing a great job. Max got in foul trouble in a couple games over there. You guys had kids stepping up, getting into scoring. I feel like Emmett really broke out, and he's now your second leading scorer on the team in points per game, right behind Max. So everybody kind of turned it on. JD and Ben did a great job of getting it up and down the floor. You had a bunch of guys just step up, and it's been a real a team approach for you, and which is impressive because you're not super deep. Where you're running 8 guys in your varsity?
Yeah,
or 9?
We're playing about 8 guys. Yeah. We're playing 6 guys a lot of minutes,
right.
And then we got a 7th and an 8th man playing little minutes. I think their minutes are going to increase, and we'll go more of a 8-man rotation. But going to what you said, our offense is not designed for any one person. I know right. Max does a lot of the scoring some nights, but he's just a great player. And he's confident when he gets the ball. I need more guys to be confident. Ben Killian, I think, shooting over 40% from 3 on the year, and we're trying to build his confidence. He's got to shoot the ball more. And, Emmett Jones has really come on nice.
Right.
He's a guy that's averaging, 12 a game now or something like that.
I think he was up to 16 and a half the other night when we looked at it, and he's shooting almost 70% from the floor. But, of course, everything he shoots is off the block for the most part.
Yeah,
so he doesn't venture too far outside the paint.
He's really good about getting into the paint, driving and getting into the paint. And I tell him all the time he's the best finisher in our conference. He's got more and ones than anybody. He seems to always finish through contact really well. I think we got the pieces, and if the guys will keep working and pushing, I think we can. There's still more to come. I told them don't be satisfied with anything you've done in the first half. The second half of the season is more important, so keep working. Let's keep getting better. I'm ready to see how we respond after that Crothersville game. I know I wasn't happy. They wasn't happy. Probably nobody in this gym was happy, so I'm looking forward to how they respond from that.
Yeah, I think what I've liked most about watching the boys play is it seems like everybody's kind of bought in for you, and that's always fun to watch. And Coach Epps always has his girls. He may only have 10 or 12 of them, but every single one of them are bought in. And that's kind of what you got. You do have a smaller bench, but everybody has the same thing on their mind, and it's getting a Doniphan win. It's not about points or minutes. It's let's come away with a win tonight, and that's always fun to watch. That's a fun ball club to watch is guys that are always bought in.
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody's worried about scoring points. They just want to win the game. One thing we've been doing, I think, better this year. Also, we've been pushing it in transition a little more. We've been trying to go a little faster off rebounds, and we don't force a whole lot of turnovers, but we do play good defense, and we force bad shots a lot, and we get a lot of rebounds, and we're trying to push it off those rebounds and get out in transition and score before the defense sets up.
Right. Well, we've talked about how the season's gone so far. We'll look to the future a little bit here. You do have Naylor coming up tomorrow night. Naylor, I looked there below 500, if I'm correct. Is that right?
Yeah.
But you do have a tough one coming up the following week. Not that you want to look past Naylor by any means, but you do have a tough opponent coming up in East Prairie. Keith and I were looking. They went 3-1 over at Bloomfield, and the one game they lost was to Dexter, the champions that ended up winning that.
Yeah, they beat Bernie by 20 plus. I mean, they're. You go look at their schedule right now. Their last few games, they're beating everybody by a large margin.
Yeah.
They've got two really good sophomores. I know that they're a good young team. It's going to be a very tough task here next Friday night against East Prairie.
Right, you are sitting 2-1 in the OFC, correct? You've got wins over Twin Rivers, East Carter, and the early loss to Greenville. And so you're sitting 2-1 there. What are your kind of thoughts looking forward into the conference? That leaves you Naylor tomorrow night, Clearwater and Neelyville on the schedule left. What are you kind of thinking looking forward? Not that you necessarily want to jump that far to the OFC tournament, but it is on the horizons coming up. What do you think about how the OFC is playing out so far?
Yeah, I mean, if Greenville keeps taking care of business, I think they've only lost one game all year. Yeah. They're a really good team. They got everybody back from that team last year. So if they take care of business, they're probably going to be the 1 seed. I don't know who they got left. East Carter will be tough. We expect to finish out, win out the rest of our conference game. That's what we expect. And that should set us up for the 2 seed if we can take care of business.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What are you going to do come conference time? The girls do not have a JV tournament, but the boys do, and you're kind of short on both ends. Have you thought about how you're going to divide your squad up and try to make those pieces work to be able to have a team in both tournaments?
Yeah, as of right now, I mean, we've got 6 on our JV right now. We've got 6 freshmen and sophomores that are playing JV. Those 6 is my plan right now. Those 6 would be playing in JV tournament for OFC.
Okay. Well, we're getting ready to start. We ran that whole conversation all the way down to halftime. So we're going to turn it back over. Coach, appreciate you for joining us. And I'm going to have Keith hop back on here.
All right, thank you, Doug.
Yep. All right, until Keith can get the headset on, I'll take over. We do have that ball inbounded by Greenville. And it's going to be a tie ball, and the Donettes are going to get it since Greenville had it at halftime. Keith's putting the headset on. He's joining us. Ball's inbounded to Monahan, pushes it right side to Kirby. Kirby dribbles all the way down, passes it all the way across over to Owen. Owen drives in, goes up left-handed, makes it. Scores now 47-10. Donettes lead by 37.
And we got a turnover on Greenville. The first time they had the ball, they ended up losing it on the floor and had a tie ball, and it went to the Donettes. So they turned it over the second time. They're still trying to press the Donettes, and that has not worked very good. And look at that, Sarah Owen with her head up. Nice job. As she finds Grayson Kirby wide open. And it is 49-10, and Coach Hahn calls another timeout. And he's trying to get his girls to understand something, but it doesn't seem to be working very good.
Based on how he's acting, that's probably something he feels like he just covered at halftime. And they're coming out, and on back-to-back possessions, it didn't go his way. So he's probably not too happy with his girls right now.
Got 2 easy layups, and one of them was wide open, nobody on them. So a good start to the second half. And the way things are going right now, it looks like it's a short night anyway because we only have one game.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to have a short fourth quarter. It's the way it's going right now. Of course, you know, things can turn around, but, boy, the Donettes have done an excellent job holding Greenville to 10 points in about probably 17 minutes or so of basketball. And that's anytime you can hold them to less than a point a minute, I mean, if you can hold them to 2 points a minute, that's pretty good.
Well, what did they score? 2 points in the second quarter,
Yep.
Is that right? And now they've got 4 points.
They scored 2 in the second. It was
Two in
they
the
had
second.
8 in the
Okay.
first and 2 in the second. So Greenville will try it again. The Donettes are going to, looks like they're probably going to pick up man-to-man at half court. Looney, Ashland, and Ariel West, Marler, and they lose the ball again, and Sarah Owens the one that knocked it away. And we'll have another jump ball, and it'll be Greenville's basketball. Also out there, Brianna Despain and Jenna Marler for Greenville. Donettes with their starters. Klepsig, Kenzie Reedus, Sarah Owen, Grayson Kirby, and McKenna Monahan. Ball lobbed into Despain, drives down the lane. It's knocked away again. Picked up on the wing by Marler. Throws it back out front. And Despain, wasn't that a double dribble?
I think it was knocked away. Monahan.
Oh, they got a hand on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Looney lobs it underneath, got it over Reedus, and West missed the shot. Reedus with the rebound, and Donettes got numbers again. And Monahan's going to take it in and lay it up with the left hand, and she scored. 2 on nobody. And Greenville probably already dragging here, it looks like to me, because they can't get anybody back on defense at all, which Looney does a lot of driving. They throw it away again. Now another 3-on-1. Lob over to Reedus, and she's going to lay it in.
Good move by McKenna.
And we got the line change coming in for the Donettes here at the next dead ball. And another interception, this time by Clemson. And Monahan, of course, ain't nobody going to catch her. His left-handed layup is up and good. And Coach Epps going to call a timeout to get the other 5 in the game.
I think that was Coach Hahn.
It's a 30. We'll keep it here. He should be down to 1 then if he called that one earlier in the half, and I think he did. Yep.
He did.
He's going to run out of timeouts in this quarter. It's 55-10, and we just started the third quarter. Well, they come in with a record of 4-10, so they've beaten somebody, huh?
I've got that pulled up right here, actually. Let's see. I switched that over to East Prairie to look at who they had played. Trying to get my ducks in a row for when Coach Cagle came up. Let's see.
Well, when we come back out, the Donettes are going to have Taylor Davis, Bailey Honeycutt, Delila Watson, Maddie Reedus, and Peyton Lowry on the floor as the 5 starters go to the bench. And we have played less than 2 minutes in this third quarter, and Donettes already got 10 points on the board.
They have beat Clearwater, Hayti, Scott County Central, and Naylor.
They beat Naylor?
They beat Naylor 46-41.
Wow. And Greenville throws it away again. Donettes come away with it. They got a 4-on-2, but Lowry dribbles it off her foot, and it's picked up by Presley Walk, who just checked in during the game during that timeout, along with Journey West and Alexis Widmer Roberts. Ariel West and Maddie Looney stay in the game. Looney's open in the corner, shoots a 3, it's short. And West had the rebound, and she loses it. And Brianna Despain back in the game for the Lady Bears. Dalton, I told Coach Epps if that we would interview him after the game, so he'll be up here. I told him if you were here, I'd probably let you do it, and I'd go ahead and get on out of here.
Okay.
But since we're going to the early night, I could do it anyway. But since you live here, I'll go ahead and let you do it.
That is completely up to you.
Taylor Davis with it on the baseline, and she puts up the shot, no good. And Walt comes out with a rebound for Greenville. She brings it down the left side, stops on the wing, throws it back out front to Despain. Now to Whitmer Roberts, three-pointers up, no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Journey West gets it out of there to the free throw line. Now over on the right side to Spain for three. It's no good. Offensive rebound underneath by Roberts, and she throws it back out front, and I thought that was back court, but evidently she was in the air, huh? Taylor Davis is going to take it down. Put it up, no good. And a rebound to Despain. Davis coming up from behind her. I don't know if she sees it or not. Right wing, Whitmer Roberts is going to throw it up, and it's good. That's her second three-pointer in the game. They've shot several threes, and they've made 3 so far. That was the second one by Roberts. Taylor Davis throws it in the middle. It's intercepted. Pass up the floor. Whitmer Roberts going to drive in. She could have stopped and shot a 3. She takes it and shoots a 2, and it's an air ball. Peyton Lowry can't handle the rebound, and I don't think Coach Epps likes the way this 5's playing right now. And Brianna Despain hits a three-pointer. She's got 7 points. And now Maddie Reedus throws it away, intercepted by Despain. Throws it over to Journey West in the corner, and she tries to throw it back in the middle, and Maddie West intercepted. Maddie Reedus, And Coach Epps is going to call a timeout and bring the starters back in the game. Yeah, it's a 30-second. We'll keep it here. Again, the Dons go to Naylor tomorrow night, and our next game that we got on Current River Broadcast will be next Thursday against Neelyville.
Correct.
And the Donettes played Neelyville at Twin Rivers. I believe they won by 3, I think. Like in the low 50s was the score.
55 to 52. Yep.
So, and I seen today where Neelyville is ranked 6th in the state in Class 2.
Right.
Donettes are ranked 7th in the state in Class 4. But there's not that much difference between where the Donettes are just barely in Class 4.
Right.
And Neelyville's they're probably in the middle, I'd say probably in the middle of Class 2. Since they went to 6 classes, the Dons and Donettes would be in Class 3 if they still had 5 classes probably.
Right.
Brooke Klepsik, wide open 3, and rims out. Sarah Owen with another rebound. Out front to Monahan. Monahan gets into the paint, throws it out in the corner, ball tipped. And that time she got up in the air and couldn't, probably should have went ahead and shot it. I mean, she could have shot it. Well, up at East Carter the other night, she was fantastic going into that lane, using that little runner off the glass in front of the basket. Klepsik going to try it again. This one's good. Klepsik's got 11 points. That's her third three-pointer in the game. 58-16. Walk, left wing to West. She dribbles down to the paint, ball knocked away, gets it back, gives it back to Walk. Walk dribbles into the paint, pushes off a little bit, out to Despain. She's going to fire up a 3. It's no good. Whitmer Roberts with the offensive rebound. Now Walk's going to shoot a 3. It's no good. Well, they're just firing up three-pointers now, which you might as well, I guess, when you're down that much. Monahan going to take it all the way. Shot up no good, and the ball knocked out of bounds by West. There's Maddie Looney and Ashlyn West come back in for Greenville. Walk and Journey West out, and Jenna Marler back in, and Whitmer Roberts out. Kenzie Reedus to throw it in. I think this is where they throw it into Sarah in the corner. Well, they've tried to, and they get it right back to Reedus, but it didn't work. Instead, Klepsik's got another wide open 3, and it's good again. I believe that three-point percentage might go up a little bit tonight. 61-16. 2.5 minutes left, third quarter. Spain dribbles into the paint, gives it to Looney. Looney has it knocked away, and they're going to call a foul on Grayson Kirby.
Yeah, talking about that three-point percentage, I'm wanting to say at one point, I knew on the week, but over at the Lady Royals Christmas Classic, I'm wanting to say they only made about 8 it was under 10. It was single digits, 3-point baskets, which is odd for the Donettes. And Brooke was the only one that hit one that week. I'm pretty sure.
Grayson didn't hit any on there?
I don't think so. So, well, Brooke's doing a much better job hitting. Grayson's getting some open looks. Bailey Honeycutt's hit a couple tonight. I think they just kind of had a little bit of a dry spell, and hopefully they've all kind of found their rhythm.
Monahan right up the middle, knocked away. Greenville back the other way. Looney stops head of the key. They back off of her. She could have shot it, but she gets it down low to West. She dribbles too far to the basket, gives it to Despain. Now out to West for a three-pointer, and it's good. And that is Ashlyn West. She's about a 6-footer out there shooting a three-pointer. Well, Greenville's shooting a lot of three-pointers, and the Donettes are going to throw it away. They're getting a lot of times when you get a big lead like this, you kind of get sloppy, and that's kind of happening right here. As Kenzie Reedus and Dalila Watson are going to check in. Monahan and Kenzie Reedus will check out. The Donettes have that really balanced scoring again tonight. Looney has it. I think she dribbled off her foot. She did. Right now we got Kirby with 9, McKenna Monahan with 10, Bailey Honeycutt with 10, Sarah Owen 6, Kenzie Reedus 8, and Brooke Klepsick with 14, excuse me. So they might have a chance of getting 5 in double figures tonight. Greenville back to the 2-2-1. Donettes have had absolutely no trouble with this. Down in the corner, Klepsick. Cross court to Watson, and that pass is too high, and it goes out of bounds.
Okay, I'm going to correct myself. I pulled it up. Bailey Honeycutt made 1, Grayson Kirby made 1, and Brooke made her clip at 1.5, shot 25% over from 3 over at the Lady Royal Classic.
So she made about 6 in the tournament.
So they were under 10 still made, but
Donettes get another steal. Had a bunch of those tonight. Reedus into the paint, little floater up and no good. And the ball tipped out, and they're going to say it stays with the Donettes. Bailey Honeycutt, Peyton Lowry back in the game. And Brooke Klepsick and Grayson Kirby check out. Be Donettes ball, free throw line extended over on the left wing. And free throw line to Owen, takes it to the hole and goes up and is hammered. And that one will be on Maddie Looney. It's her second. And Sarah Owen will shoot 2 free throws. Dalton in that first half, Donettes shot a little bit better. 7 out of 11 is like 63% or something like that, but that's way better than what they've been shooting as a team. And Sarah makes the first one. And she has 7 points now. Next one up and rims out. Ball tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Greenville. And it'll be Peyton Lowry to throw it in for the Donettes. 1 and 3 seconds left in the third quarter, 62-19. Ball way up front. Maddie Reedus in the corner to Lowry. Down low. I started saying nice catch there by Dalila Watson, but she couldn't catch it in front of her, had to catch it off to the side, and the defender was able to get around there and get a hand on it. But the alternating possession stays with the Donettes. Lowry lobs it in, and Sarah Owen didn't move. Now we got another one. Are they going to call a foul here? Another jump ball? It'll be Greenville's ball.
Yeah, Coach Epps hasn't been happy a couple times with this second group. Seems like he's put some stuff on and kind of out of
I think that play right there is usually for Reedus with Sarah sitting there, and Sarah didn't move back. The other three-pointer is good. This one by Marler.
Well, and
she got 2.
That may attribute to the fact that what we were talking about earlier, this is the first time he's done line changes. This is the first time this group of 5 girls has played together all year.
So Peyton Lowry loses the basketball. And she's going to check out as Ava Monahan checks out. Taylor Davis coming in as well for Sarah Owen. Yeah, I think Sarah's usually setting the screen for Kenzie on that. And she was in the other spot this time, and she just didn't go back for the ball. Looney takes it in, throws it out in the corner, and the ball was tipped by the Donettes. I was going to say, Greenville's got 22 points in the game, and they have 1 2-point field goal. They got 6 3-pointers and 2 free throws. but that's all they're shooting.
In the second, yeah, for sure in the second half.
And the ball batted out of bounds by Monahan again. If she would have known that Looney cut to the basket there, she could have let that go. It's a 40-point lead with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Looney gets it in, and she gets it right back, and again it's knocked out of bounds. Donettes have deflected, I think, 3 or 4 times in a row on this possession out of bounds. I don't know if he still does, but I think Coach Epps used to count the deflections. And we got an illegal screen set.
Yeah, number 21 there. Delilah Watson was kind of in her face there, face guarding her, and just tried to make a little room the old-fashioned way.
Ariel West gets that foul. See if the Donettes can handle the pressure a little bit. This time they get it up to Monahan, and she throws it back in. She was on the sideline, and she threw it off of Ariel West. Ariel West was pointing down like Monahan was on the sideline, and it looked like she might have been. We're on the other side, but I know she was awful close. And that ball's deflected out of bounds. There's that pet peeve again. They don't set any screens. They just, and all they do is just hold a man off and throw it out here. And did it again. Now 3 people on Maddie Rita. Somebody's got to be open. Gives it over to Honeycutt with 12 seconds. Dribbles to the baseline. Back out to Maddie Ritas. Over to Ava Monahan. In the lane, Taylor Davis. She puts it up, partially blocked. And Delilah Watson gets the rebound. She's going to get a 3-second call, but the quarter comes to an end before that. So the Donettes get 17 points in that quarter to add to their lead, 62-22. Greenville actually scored 12 points that quarter, all on 3-pointers. And it's 62-22 at the end of 3 quarters. So we'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter as long as that lead stays above 30. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with that fourth quarter here on Current River Broadcasting. Donettes with a big lead as we head to the fourth quarter here. It is 62-22 over the Greenville Lady Bears. Trying to get win number 13 on the season and go to 3-0, I think, in the Ozark Foothills Conference, I believe. They still have games against Neelyville, Twin Rivers, and Clearwater. And that next one is the big one next Thursday night against Neelyville here at Doniphan. That will be our next game that we do for you here on Current River Broadcasting. We'll get a few days to rest our voices. Donettes with the ball. Maddie Ritas dribbles down, gives it in the corner to Honeycutt. And she's going to fire up a 3, and it's good again. Bailey having the game of her life. She's got 13. That's her third 3-point basket. Quickly into the front court. Despain trying to answer back. It's no good. And Honeycutt with the rebound. Gives it to Lowry. Up ahead to Maddie Ritas. Opposite corner. Ava Monahan. She's going to shoot a 3. It's short. And the ball goes out of bounds. I believe Ava, I think she got away with a little hop there and a walk. And I notice she does that quite a bit when she goes to shoot. 65-22, clock running. And Ava Monahan takes it away from Looney. And she can get down the floor as well, and she lays it in. That's the first 2 points for Ava Monahan. She looks like she might be close to as fast. And now Peyton Lowry with a steal. She's got a wide open layup. And she shot it too hard, but Ava Monahan gets it and lays it in. Pass up the floor, intercepted by Maddie Ritas. Ritas heads back the other way. Bounce pass to Monahan. It's tipped away. Monahan's going to run it down before it goes out of bounds. Cross court. Maddie Ritas is open underneath. She puts it up no good. And Ashlyn West with the rebound. She gives it to Despain. She's double teamed in the back court. Going to dribble it up. And the ball knocked off her knee. Monahan's wide open up the floor again. Maddie Ritas gives a pass to Monahan. She fakes the pass and then shoots it. Nice little move there by Ava Monahan. And Coach Hahn, I think, somebody called timeout. It is his last timeout. And it's a 1-minute timeout, so we'll take another 1-minute break, and we'll be back. (71-22), the Donettes leading the Greenville Lady Bears. 6:27 to go with the running clock here in the fourth quarter. Presley walked back in the game for Greenville. Gives it to Ashlyn West over in the corner. And that is Journey West back out front to walk. She dribbles to the right side, now reverses. Picks up her dribble. Gonna have to get some help. Oh, that's kind of a chintzy one there on Bailey Honeycutt. She shouldn't have reached in, though. She had her tied up, and they probably were going to get a 5-second call. But that is Honeycutt's first foul, the second team foul on the Donettes. Widmer Roberts in the corner. Her pass knocked away, and the Donettes come away with it again. Maddie Reedus up the floor to Honeycutt, and it goes right through her hands to Monahan. And Monahan tries to pass it over. That ball was tipped. This should be the Donettes ball.
I think he's saying that it hit off
the back, but it was tipped
behind the board. Yeah,
it was tipped. Now they're changing it.
Okay.
It hit the back of the backboard, about bottom of the backboard, one or the other. Yeah. Pass out front, lazy pass knocked away. Journey West with it, has it knocked away again, and the Donettes get it again. Reedus over on the right side, Monahan, nice fake, little runner up and good. Now Ava Monahan's got 8 points.
I think Ava's seen that little runner pull up at the basket a time or two, right?
Yes. Pass underneath, and West misses a little easy shot. Journey West gets the rebound, throws it out to Walk on the left wing. She's open, she's going to shoot it, no good. And Monahan with the rebound. And she, just like her sister, goes as hard as she can to the other end, and they're going to foul her.
Yeah, they play a lot alike. That's what I was, in case you didn't catch it at home, that's exactly the move McKenna's known for. Is go super, super hard and pull up right about 2 steps in front of the rim and just kind of a little floater, lay it up and in. And that's what Ava did, but she was coming from the right side over. Same exact kind of shot, though.
Misses the first free throw. Now Macy Manus is checking into the game for the Donettes, and she replaces Maddie Reedus. And the clock running. We are under 4 minutes to go, and it is a 51-point lead for the Donettes. Monahan's second one is good, and she's just 1 point away from being in double figures, and she's got all 9 of them in this, well, most of them in this fourth quarter. And we're going to have a foul on Monahan. And even with a 52-point lead, coaches can still do a little teaching right there.
Yep.
Coach Epps telling her to slide her feet over and get in front of her instead of reaching when she tries to drive around her. Lob comes into Ashlyn West, back to Walk. And she's lost her dribble. To West at the head of the key. She's going to fire it up, no good. Now, Greenville's made 6 3-pointers, so almost all their points is coming from that line. Macy Manus in the corner. Out to Peyton Lowry on the right wing. Dribbles into the paint, and she is going to be fouled. That's only the 4th team foul. That one's on Ariel West, her second. Lowry will trigger for the Donettes underneath the left side of her basket. And the Donettes didn't get set up right. They get it into Honeycutt. They leave her wide open again, and she is hotter than a firecracker. That is 16 points for Bailey Honeycutt, and she has 3 3-pointers. Walk trying to answer back, an air ball from the 3-point line. The ball was out of bounds, last touch by West.
I would think that's a career high for her.
I would
right?
think so,
16.
probably so. 3 3-pointers, 1 2-point basket, or excuse me, 4 3-pointers, 4 3-pointers. 1 2-point basket and 2 free throws. Monahan with a side step, lays it up, no good. Ball tipped around. And she hustles from behind, knocks it away from Jenna Marler. It's almost funny how fast that those two Monahan girls are.
Yeah.
I mean, and Ava's still got 3 more years to go after this year. So we're going to be calling her name a whole lot. Donette's future looks bright, even though they're going to be losing some key players this year. But West gives it in the corner, and they're going to call a travel.
Well, they've talked about it for a long time, but the group of 8th graders that are sitting at the middle school right now waiting to get down here are a super, super talented group. So, like you said, the future's bright for what we have in high school currently and then what we have coming up as well.
Because the JV team right now is pretty good too.
Right.
And Delila Watson and Ava Monahan, and of course Maddie Reedus and Sarah Owen both are only sophomores too. And they're, 1 minute to go. It's 77-22. Honeycutt tries to get open. Now she's going to drive to the basket, and they're open. And she is making them pay. She didn't settle for the 3-pointer, even though she's got 4 of them. West drives in, shoots it high off the glass, no good. Peyton Lowry with the rebound. 40 seconds to go, 79-22 Donettes. They're going to move to 13-1. Greenville got 3 people on out there. In low, Taylor Davis turns and scores. So everybody getting in on the act. 81-22 as Looney takes it back to the other end. And the Donettes girls that are out there on the floor, they're still playing hard on defense. And a little runner up, no good by Looney. Macy Manus gets the rebound. Lowry covered up in the backcourt, gets it up to Macy Manus, and I think she got away with a travel. Ball knocked away. Baseball pass to the other end, and that's going to do it, folks. A big win for the Donettes, 81-22 over the Greenville Lady Bears, and the Lady Bears did not score a point in that quarter. A look at the scoring for Greenville. Brianna Spain had 7, 6 for Alexis Widmer-Roberts, 6 for Jenna Marler, and 3 for Ashlyn West. And they were 2 of 4 from the free throw line. The Donettes were 8 of 15. And scoring for the Donettes, 11 points for Grayson Kirby, 12 points for McKenna Monahan, 18 points for Bailey Honeycutt, 9 points for Ava Monahan, 7 for Sarah Owen, 8 for Kenzie Reedus, 14 for Brooke Klepsik. And the Donettes have 4 players in double figures, and then 3 with 9, 8, and 7 in this game tonight. So they win at 81-22. They go to 13-1, 3-0 in the conference. And Coach Epps is supposed to come up here in just a couple minutes, and Dalton's going to interview him. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and we'll be back with you next Thursday night as the Donettes have a, I don't know if you want that or not.
No, that's all right.
We'll have a big game coming up against the Neelyville Lady Tigers. So Dalton will keep me entertained here until Coach Epps comes up, and I will see you next Thursday, and appreciate everybody watching tonight.
Thank you, Keith. Have a good night. As Keith said, we're going to wait up here. We're going to kill some time before Coach Epps can make it up here. One thing that I think is pretty neat that I wanted to mention, Kaylee King, is that her name correct, Keith? Kaylee King, the girl from Ellington? Yeah, Kaylee King, she was selected as a McDonald's All-American. I don't know if you saw that. Big honor for her. Haven't seen one of those come out of this area in quite some time. Last one I can think of, and you might know of somebody else, the Hansborough brothers. Have we had anybody since then?
The girls from Notre Dame didn't even get.
Yeah, that's the big honor for her. So Ellington, they're just down the road from us, so we want to say congratulations to her on that honor. Super, super impressive. Now, looking over for the Donettes, as we talked, they are ranked in Class 4 state rankings. They've only got one loss on the year. They've just picked up another win tonight if you're just now joining us. But looking at the state rankings in front of them, they have number 1 ranked Vashon, number 2 St. James, number 3 Benton, number 4 Central Park Hills, which if you'll think back to last year, Park Hills is who actually eliminated the Donettes in the state tournament last year. So it looks like they've reloaded as well, just like the Donettes have. You've got Ava at 5, California at 6, and the Donettes fall in at 7. Fatima rounds it out at 8, Pembroke Hill at 9, and Chillicothe at 10. So the Donettes, while are they ranked in Class 4, the road in front of them is going to be a tough one still, as they're going to have to go through Park Hills at some point in time if they want to make it all the way to state. I see Coach Epps making his way up here. There are 2 other things that I wanted to talk about real quick, though, before he joins us. And we may mention it again when Coach Epps joins us, but we do have some offers come in for 2 of our girls. McKenna Monahan has been offered a scholarship for Northern Arkansas and Elgin Community College, and Brooklyn Klepsick also offered to Lewis and Clark. So congratulations to both of those girls getting recognized for some individual accomplishments that they've done. Speaking of individual accomplishments, joining us is Coach Epps. You, as the coach of the Donettes, picked up your 100th win, crossed over into the century mark territory for wins. I know you're not a guy that's big on personal accomplishments, but congratulations. That's a big one.
Thank you. Yeah, got an opportunity to coach a lot of really hard-nosed kids, and you know, sometimes people forget about the journey that it takes to get where you're at. Sometimes you got to fail to figure out how to succeed, you know, and
right.
It's not always been sunshine and roses, but it really has been here, you know. And when I came here, they were just really looking for somebody that believed in them, you know, and that they wanted a better culture. And it just happened to be that I'm pretty good at those 2 things. Maybe not everything, but the culture stuff and the togetherness stuff, because I think we're 126 and we don't have any all-staters. We haven't had any 1,000-point scores. It's just total grind it out, share the ball, and it's just a blast. I think I got the best job on earth.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that, because Keith and I talked about that, or actually it was Coach Cagle and I talked about it. He was talking about his season at halftime of your game, and we were talking about how the boys look like they've kind of bought in, and everybody's kind of chipping in and doing their part. And that's something that Keith and I always talk about. Always what the Donettes do is it seems everybody's bought in, everybody has the same goal in mind. It's not about individual stats, it's about coming out with a Donette win and seeing how far you could run it. And I think that's a tip of the cap to your program and how you run things when you get that many kids to buy into something that, as you and I have talked about before, it's hard work being a high school athlete these days. And to get them to buy in and run with it, super, super impressive.
It is, you know, and because society wants to teach you that everything's about you, it's about you, it's about you. And it's just like you get here and you come to practice and like that's the first thing we talk about. It's not about you no more.
Yeah.
It's about us, and that's kind of a hard thing, and it don't work out for everybody either.
Right.
You know, and but I'd rather just have people that want to be here and be here together and have fun and work hard. Man, we work hard, and hats off to these guys and all those other players that were here when I got here, the Timberly Mashings and Alexis Mandry and Kaylee Davis and Lexi Day and Addie Jones and Emily Edier and Jalen Dutton and Olivia Kreutz and Maddie Eddington and Bailey Carson and Sydney Speck and Timber Turner. And I'm probably forgetting somebody, but those guys right there, I mean, they bought in and they wanted to take ownership of their program. So, I mean, really a lot of this is their wins, you know.
Yeah.
So I told them I'm just the ugly cheerleader that's over on the side. So.
Well, you talked about how it is hard work. Your hard work's paying off for you. You're sitting at 13-1 after a dominating win over an OFC opponent. Moves you to what, 3-0 in or are you 2-0?
I think it's 3-0.
3-0.
Naylor, East Carter.
Yeah, Naylor, East Carter, and now Greenville 3-0. Looking forward to next week. You know, you've got a tough one coming up. Speaking of OFC, you've got Neelyville, the only game you've got next week, correct?
Right.
So that Thursday, right before homecoming. And so you've got a big one coming up in Neelyville. What are you going to do the next couple of days to prepare for Neelyville coming up?
We're going to take off tomorrow. JV's going to practice, and we're going to Jackson to play Park Hills. Our JV is.
That's Saturday, right?
That's Saturday.
What time does that game start?
1:30, and it's at Jackson.
Okay.
They got a bunch of games going on up there, and we'll get back to work probably Monday with these guys and start working on that. But the good thing for us is Greenville kind of plays a little bit same type of really going to be physical, really going to press, never going to come out of it, going to stay up, and hopefully we come out a little bit more prepared to play them this time than we did the last time.
Which, talking about last time you played them, you're referencing over at the Lady Royals Classic. That game's finished at 55-52. And as we talked about, even when we talked about with you at halftime of the boys game the other day, playing 4 games in 4 days is tough.
Yeah.
So people, if they're expecting the exact same type of game, might not get that. I think it's still going to be just as physical. And I think there's going to be a lot of scoring going on both ends, but I think it's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, I do too. And we didn't play real great that game, and we didn't shoot real great that game. And I think we're a lot better, you know, and it's kind of like the second time we played East Carter. I think we played a little bit more of how we can play, and hopefully we kind of turned a corner at that East Carter game and can continue. You see how hard they work to find high percentage shots tonight.
Yeah.
And as long as we're doing that and hitting shots, because we're not going to give up a whole bunch of points.
Right.
Or we better not give up a whole bunch of points.
Well, talking about scoring, and this will be the last thing we talked about, you had several girls get into double digits, girls that we don't normally see. Bailey Honeycutt, I think she was around that 18-point mark. Ava Monahan got in double digits with all her points in the fourth quarter. Several girls doing a lot of scoring for you tonight. Overall team effort. It's nice to have everybody back. It seems like Maddie is going to hit her stride. You know, she's been out all year. Taylor Davis. You finally got everybody back. And I think this is the first time we've seen you all year be able to, Keith and I were talking, be able to sub 5 girls for 5 girls.
Yeah.
We haven't had that line change yet this year, so it must be nice to have everybody back.
It is, and we're going to have to call on those guys in bigger games, and they did a really good job tonight. There was a couple possessions where we weren't really focused, but that second group came in and they played at our level and they were focused, and we're going to need them in big games too, because you can't play the way we play and shoot a high percentage on offense with 7 people, you know, and it's nice. It was good to see the ball go in the hole for some of those guys because they do it in practice, so it's nice to see it translate over. But it's a fun night.
Awesome. Well, once again, Coach, a big win. Congratulations on that. Also, congratulations on 100 wins as the coach of the Doniphan Donettes. Do you know how many you have in your career? Because you coached at Van Buren before here. Do you know?
I think I'll
put you on the spot.
I think it's 161.
161? Well, want to say congratulations there for both the win tonight and for the 100th overall as a Donette. We appreciate you. Appreciate what you've done here for our school. Guys, this has been Dalton Pennington. This is thank you for Keith Bowman. This has been Current River Broadcasting, and we will see you Thursday night when the Doniphan Donettes take on the Neelyville Tigers.